evening, YouTube. You guys are watching another segment of the TheCaliEffect, King of Games. And today, we're going to be watching a marvelous GOAT format match between Beastdown or Zoo Beatdown and Relinquish. I'm going to start off by an Enraged Battle Axe in attack position and a card face down in defense position and pass my turn back to TJ. And if you guys have noticed, he's summoning Sangan in attack position while not setting it face down and putting 3 cards face down. For the people that don't know, GOAT is a 2005 April format Yu-Gi-Oh! And one of the main reasons why you don't set Sangan is because you don't want to lose it too noble in a cross out. Now, TJ does have a fairly good amount of back row. I'm going to counter with Heavy Storm. He has Ring of Destruction and Scapegoat to counteract Heavy Storm, so he will only lose 1 card through Heavy Storm's effects, and not necessarily so many. He's going to get his 4 tokens with Scapegoat and be able to destroy my Enraged Battle Axe. But fortunately for me, I have a counter of my own. I'm going to go ahead and Book-a-Moon my Enraged Battle Axe as Chain Link 3, flipping it face down, dodging the Ring of Destruction, and seeing that my Enraged Battle Axe was summoned last turn, I can still change his battle position, my apologies, by flip summoning it to my side of the field. I can essentially still get direct damage attacking a Scapegoat token, and seeing that Enraged Battle Axe does inflict piercing damage, TJ's still going to take 1700. He's going to start off his turn by summoning Breaker, the Magical Warrior, a 1600 guy, but if you guys remember, when he summoned, he gains a token, and he gains 300 attack per token, so he's 1900. He's going to be able to inflict 1200 damage on my life points, and then pass it right back to me. I'm in a really bad position, but this is how GOAT rolls, ladies and gentlemen. Flip-flops, changes of momentum. I'm going to summon Tribe Infecting Virus to my side of the field, and when I mean flip-flops, I mean definite changes of momentum. Discarding Lightning Vortex from my hand to destroy all beast monsters, and then realizing that Breaker is 1900 attack, so I'm going to have to commit another card to discard to destroy the Breaker. Now, people are probably wondering, why didn't I just use Lightning Vortex? Because I don't want to put TJ in a good position of being able to use Sangan's abilities without me having the momentum. I'm going to set a card face down and then pass my turn, leaving it back to TJ. He's going to follow with another card face down, and I'm going to summon my monster, my Breaker, the Magical Warrior, to my side of the field, allowing me to break TJ's board, a Mirror Force face down, and get some really good solid positioning before I allow him to get Sangan's effect. Sangan is one of the most powerful cards in GOAT format, and if you can control when your opponent will get the ability to search with Sangan, you can possibly control how Yu-Gi-Oh! Will be played throughout the duration of that game. Now, TJ is definitely deciding on if he's going to add Manju of 10,000 hands or Relinquished. I think that the best idea or the best situation for this would have been to add the Manju of 10,000 hands unless you needed your normal summon. He's going to go against his better judgment and add the Relinquish from his deck to his hand. And while it doesn't necessarily put him far behind, if you guys later notice in this game, I'll be able to explain to you what he could have done better. I have Breaker, the Magical Warrior, and Tribe Infecting Virus on my side of the field. Those are pretty good 1600 attack monsters. And the best thing about it is that even though he will be able to activate his Black Illusion Ritual, tributing Sinister Serpent from his hand to summon Relinquish, he's going to find it hard-pressed to get over my board because he can snatch one monster with Relinquish's effect. But now he can't run over my other monsters, seeing that they are the same attack. This puts me in a pretty good position, even though I did lose Tribe Infecting Virus. Now, I'm going to go ahead and read Relinquish. It has some really interesting effects. The ability to inflict damage to your opponent, only if a monster is attached to it. I'm going to go ahead and Mystical Space Typhoon that card, and then able to attack over to Relinquish and inflict some damage to TJ, putting him in a pretty bad spot. That's it for my turn, passing it back on to TJ. He's going to just set a card face down and end his turn. Now, this could be game. He is definitely in the red zone, as I would like to call it, a position where he can outright just lose this game straight up because I have just sheer board presence. Any other monster can definitely aid me into winning this game right here, right now, and I'm going to try to get deeper into it by activating Pot of Greed. Not going to get exactly what I needed, so preparing to enter my battle phase, I'm going to attack. TJ has the response though, Call of the Hunted, bringing back his Breaker, the Magical Warrior. Now, if you guys want to rewind for a little bit, if he would have summoned Manju of 10,000 hands, he would have had a Relinquish part and a Relinquish on the side of the field, so he already had another part. Call of the Hunted could have revived Sangan, forcing me in another position where if I attack into the Sangan, he would have got another Manju, which would have equaled to another Relinquish, ladies and gentlemen. This is why it's really important to manage your resources inside of the GOAT format. TJ is going to set a monster in defense, and that Breaker is going to be hard to match, especially seeing that I don't have any other monsters. And till Premature Burial comes along, spell summoning Enraged Battle Locks to my side of the field, and this bad baby could inflict piercing, but I wouldn't be able to get over TJ's breaker, so I'm going to go with the smart option using Battle Locks to attack into TJ's breaker, and then the breaker attack into TJ's Magician of Faith, allowing him to recur a spell card from his graveyard to his hand. Now, he did take a little bit of damage, but again, TJ is still in the position now to succeed. He's going to set 2 cards face down, and then a monster in defense, and as he knows this Enraged Battle Locks really wants to just tear into it, I'm going to use it to attack and possibly go for game. But unfortunately, TJ has the T-Roar, Threatening Roar, preventing me from attacking. But a good thing about Threatening Roar is that it leaves monsters on the board for Relinquish to be able to absorb. TJ is then going to follow up by flip summoning his Sinister Servant. This was unnecessary, you didn't need to do it. I guess he's doing it for flex. And then following up by using the Metamorphosis, tributing his Sinister Servant to spell summon 1 fusion monster from his deck, extra deck, to his side of the field. Or, as you guys would like to say in GOAT format, from his fusion deck to his side of the field. Now, we did have a little bit of trouble finding Relinquish really quick, but we managed to find ourselves a copy of Relinquish thanks to the TheCaliEffect, and then he's going to use that monster's ability to absorb the Enraged Battle Locks to attack over the breaker of the Magical Warrior. This Relinquish deck is really good, especially seeing that it can summon cards like Thousand Eyes Restrict at the drop of a dime, being able to just control the tempo dramatically on how Yu-Gi-Oh is played. Zoo Beatdown is going to have a really hard time getting over this Relinquish, if not for the right cards. Now, the Premature Burial should be in the graveyard, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, no, the Premature Burial was on the Enraged Battle Lock, so no, it stays on the field. I'm going to go ahead and activate Call of the Hunted, one of the most spookiest cards for Yu-Gi-Oh, allowing me to special summon Tribe Infecting Virus to my side of the field, which is an easy out to Relinquish, discarding 1 card from my hand to destroy spellcaster monsters, and then attacking TJ directly, but he has a response, Scapegoat, to protect his life points. In this particular situation, one would think that just taking the damage would be enough. Like, no, just take the damage, don't lose everything to a Tribe Infecting Virus, but TJ only has 2,400 life points. Fortunately enough for him, he had the Tsukiyomi to flip the Tribe Infecting Virus face down and attack over it. But now he leaves himself in a wide open position because Tsukiyomi returns itself to the hand during the end phase. So he does have a little bit of life points to protect him even from a Berserk Gorilla, so he's in a pretty decent spot. I'm going to summon DD Warrior Lady. Really good pressure card, inflicting 1,500 damage, but putting Tsukiyomi in a really bad spot. He can't just flip it face down and attack over it. It has 1,600 defense, and DD Warrior Lady can banish the monster if I so choose. So TJ is definitely in a spot. He's going to activate Black Illusion Ritual to try to get over the DD Warrior Lady situation, but I have the Solemn Judgment, paying half of my life points. I'm not going to lie, that is a terribly high amount of life points, 2,950. Just to be able to stop the Relinquish, but it's all worth it. Keeping control of tempo is what Beastdown does. TJ's thinking about, dang, if I normal summon the Tsukiyomi, he's just going to flip summon it and then go for game. I might just want to set the Tsukiyomi instead of normal summoning the Tsukiyomi to my side of the field. So he's going to set the Tsukiyomi and pass my turn. I'm going to summon Sengan, attack with the DD Warrior Lady. He's going to use the DD Warrior Lady to flip the Sengan back face down, just verifying what the card effect does. And then pass his turn. Tsukiyomi actually was allowed to protect him one last time because the Sengan did have enough for game. But right now, again, TJ is in the danger zone. He needs a Manju of the 10,000 hands, something to protect him. He's just going to set a monster in defense and pass his turn. And I have Enraged Battle Locks for basically free. It's a Magician of Faith that he has face down. That's going to inflict enough damage for game. Done with game 1, ladies and gentlemen. Me winning game 1 with the Zoo just Beastdown, just being able to dominate whatever board the situation is, just having stronger monsters at any given time is what Zoo is all about. TJ is going to start his turn with Pot of Greed, drawing 2 cards, and then summoning Manju of the 10,000 hands, allowing him to add 1 ritual monster or 1 ritual spell card from his deck to his hand. You should already know what's coming. It's either Black Illusion Ritual or Relinquish. Now, in this particular deck, you don't want to summon Relinquish on your first turn. It seems pretty counterproductive. So he's just going to set some cards face down and pass. And for the people that want to see more Zoo versus Relinquish, if you guys are a Patreon, we have a Patreon exclusive video for you guys to watch. Go ahead and check it out. And only for as low as $1 a month, you guys could be a part of the Patreon crew as well and see videos like that. I'm going to go ahead and normal summon Enraged Battle Locks to my side of the field, attack over the Manju and get a little bit of damage. Set a back row of my own and then pass my turn to TJ. he's in a pretty decent spot because we know he has one piece to relinquish, possibly two pieces, but he definitely wants to try to bait out my back row. He has the perfect monsters to do so. He's going to summon Breaker the Magical Warrior, and I'm actually immediately forced to respond to that Breaker Magical Warrior with a card of my own in Book of Moon, flipping Breaker face down so he can't get a free reign on whatever he was, as well as a destruction. TJ's then going to chain Mystical Space Typhoon to destroy my other back row, and then he's going to follow up with Black Illusion Ritual. Now, again, when you ritual summon, you can tribute monsters that are face up or face down on your side of the field, as well as monsters in your hand. TJ, for some reason, didn't know that. I didn't know why you didn't know that. But he's going to tribute a Breaker the Magical Warrior to summon his Relinquish and snatch my Enraged Battle Locks to inflict 1,700 damage to my life points. Oh boy. That's going to put me down to 6,300. This time around, I have my Pot of Greed. And this card has one of the most complicated effects in Yu-Gi-Oh! Draw 2 cards. I'm incredibly low on resources. I can't beat this Enraged Battle Locks Relinquish. I'm going to set a monster face down and 4 cards face down. This is where TJ does make a huge mistake. He's just going to attack into it. Like, how do you all of a sudden do you have 4 cards face down? Well, duh, it's because if it's a Morphing Jar. If a player decides to set his entire hand and throw Heavy Storm to the wind, more often than not, the card that they're setting face down in the defense position is a Morphing Jar. And at icing to the cake, TJ actually had the Blackluster Soldier to out this situation. In his defense, he might have been wary of the Torrential Tribute. Maybe I wasn't bluffing, but that's what's so great about GOAT, is that it's skillful in that sense. I could be bluffing, I could be having real traps. I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and activate Nobleman Crossout on TJ's face down defense position monster. He essentially got a card destruction at this. I got a basically card of sanctity in the form of drawing 5 cards. So TJ's definitely at a disadvantage for this. And I'm going to hit a Magician of Faith with Nobleman Crossout, triggering Nobleman's second ability to both of us banish all of the Magician of Faiths in our deck. And to verify, since neither of us banished 3 Magician of Faiths, we can look through each other's decks to make sure that there aren't any other Magician of Faiths. This is a really, really good situation. Really good situation. Well, actually, now that I think about it, I think verification only works if there's no Magician of Faiths. Huh. No, maybe it does work like that, because there is a possibility of more copies. Okay, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and activate Mystical Space Typhoon to my opponent's back row, the Relinquish copy, or the card that was attached to the Relinquish, and summon Diddy Warrior Lady to my side of the field to run over the Relinquished. I need to get as much damage as possible. I need to control this board again, and getting over Relinquish was huge for me. I'm going to go ahead and pass my turn, leaving it back to TJ. 3 cards face down. Let's see what one of them is. He has a pretty bad conundrum to deal with. Diddy Warrior Lady battling any monster is almost a loss for TJ because it can trigger its effect to banish the monster that it loses the battle to. TJ actually has a pretty good counter of his own. He's going to normal summon Tribe Infecting Virus to his side of the field, discarding 1 card from his hand to rid himself of the Diddy Warrior Lady and inflict 1,600 damage to my life points, bringing me down to 4,700. He's going to set more back row and then pass his turn. He's asking for a Heavy Storm, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not. I only have 2 cards. Tribe Infecting Virus isn't something that this Zoo Beatdown deck has a real problem with. I'm going to summon Enraged Battle Locks, but then lose to an Threatening Roar, not being able to attack over his Tribe Infecting Virus, basically denying what Zoo loves to do best. TJ is then going to follow up with activating Snatch Steal, using its ability to take my Enraged Battle Locks completely away from me. And so now he is taking control of this board. Unless I have some type of Mirror Force, something to counter what TJ is going on right now, I am going to take a ton of damage, 3,300 to be exact, putting me at, if 400 life points? No, 1,300, 1,400 life points. But I will gain 1,000 life points due to Snatch Steal, bringing me back up to 2,400 life points on my standby phase. To be honest with you, wow, I just noticed something. TJ could have had game a lot sooner, and it kind of doesn't matter what happens after this. You guys are going to see it really soon. I'm going to start off my turn by normal summoning Berserk Gorilla to my side of the field, 2,000 body, using a Mega Morph to make it 4,000 attack and attack into TJ's monster, but he has the Ring of Destruction, and the irony between this is that just during the draw phase, TJ just could have used Ring of Destruction on Trap Infected Virus and won the game. Like, that was really weird. Like, I don't know why he didn't do that, but hey, it is what it is. A win's a win. He's going to get that whatever you know, that game regardless. I'm going to start off my turn by setting one card face down, or one monster in defense and 2 cards face down. TJ is going to start off his lucky hand by using Pot of Greed for the 2nd time of the row, allowing him to draw 2 additional cards from his deck, giving him more resources. Now, normally when somebody does activate Pot of Greed in the opening turns, you can expect a power card to follow up, because just the ability to add 2 additional cards seems so powerful in the GOAT format. Every single card counts, and being able to add multiples in your hand for the price of 1 is really good. He's going to follow with Nobleman to cross out, a really good powerful card, allowing him to banish the Spirit Reaper that was face down on my side of the field. Now, another slight misplay that we do is that Tsukiyomi's effect is mandatory from what I can remember. When it's summoned, it has to flip a monster face down. It would flip Tsukiyomi face down, but we just kind of ignore that and allow him to attack with that 1100 damage, bringing me down to 6900. And then TJ's going to set a card face down and then pass his turn. On his end phase, I'm going to use Mystical Space Typhoon, destroying his scapegoat, leaving him wide open for a direct assault. And that monster is going to be a Berserk Gorilla, 2000 life points to TJ's face. But I still have to deal with the Tsukiyomi. So I'm going to set a card face down and then pass my turn. Tsukiyomi's really powerful at getting over zoo control-like cards. That 1000 defense is not going to help it over that 1100 Tsukiyomi attack, which TJ is going to take advantage of. Right now, he's going to normal summon Tsukiyomi to his side of the field, flip the Berserk Gorilla face down, and then attack over my Berserk Gorilla. But no, it meets a Book of Moon, flipping itself face down in the process. How does Tsukiyomi feel to be Tsukiyomi itself? I'm going to start off my turn by normal summoning DD Assailant, not flipping summoning my Berserk Gorilla because I know it's going to get flipped face down. The DD Assailant monsters are perfect monsters for being flipped face down. I'm going to attack over the Tsukiyomi and then have the Tsukiyomi flip the DD Assailant face down, and then on my main phase 2 flip summon Berserk Gorilla. TJ is going to use Black Illusion Ritual on his turn, tributing DD Warrior Lady from his hand, that cost to summon Relinquished, using its ability to absorb the Berserk Gorilla, and he's gonna bite the bullet right now, but he wants my DD Warrior Lady off the field. Unfortunately for him, I have Dust Tornado, so TJ is gonna lose some damage attacking into my DD Warrior Lady, taking 1600 damage, but even more importantly, he is not getting over the DD Warrior Lady this time around. I put him in a really bad spot. He's gonna set one card face down and then pass his turn, leaving it up to me to try to put this game back into my favor. Now, I hope you guys are like enjoying how I changed my commentary. I changed it just a little bit. Let me know down below in the comment section what you guys think. Taking a little bit more breaks. I don't know, giving you guys a little more space to absorb whatever's being saying. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I'm always looking to improve. I'm gonna go ahead and start off my turn by normal summoning Breaker the Magical Warrior. Just the perfect card that I needed to see to be able to destroy TJ's face down, but it just so happens to be a threatening roar. Wow, just when I thought I had the momentum into my hands, TJ takes it away, not being able to destroy the Relinquished, but even more importantly, he's going to tribute both of my monsters to summon Lava Golem. What is going on? That 3k body Relinquished, too strong. Then he proceeds to set a monster face down in defense, which is illegal under Lava Golem, and you know, we're discussing that right now. I'm like, hey, you can't normal summon or set, and you Lava Golem me. But I'll take the 3000 though, you know. And, you know, both of us checking Lava Golem just to verify the content of its effect. We've actually gotten a little better at that, trying to read cards just to make sure the functionality is correct. I'm going to go ahead and draw on my turn. And then I'm going to normal summon Exiled Force, using its ability to tribute itself to destroy the Relinquish, putting us in an even advantage. Neither of us have any cards on the field, but TJ is the first to draw some more blood. He's going to normal summon Manju of the 10,000 hands, using its ability to add one ritual monster or ritual spell card from his deck to his hand. It's going to add that Black Illusion Ritual, and then put me in a pretty bad bind, because Manju, 1400 attack, isn't dangerous by itself, but when you're top decking, Manju can become pretty deadly. So he's going to put me down to 2,500 life points. I can't take too much more of those attacks. By the third time, I will lose the game. So we definitely need something. We need a good top deck. I'm going to start off, draw a card. Does the TheCaliEffect have anything? I'm going to normal summon Berserk Gorilla, using its huge attack to attack over the Manju, taking control of this game. But no, TJ has the second Manju, 10,000 of hands. You guys should know what this means. He should have enough to take control of the Berserk Gorilla. But does he have another monster to make this game He's going to go ahead and use the Black Illusion Ritual using a monster on his field and giving me another chance. No, it's a Magician Effect from his hand. He's going to attack to relinquish and attack for game. Thank you guys so much for watching another segment of the Cali Effect. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, go ahead and give it a like. And if you didn't, let us know what we could do to be better. Please like, comment, subscribe, but most of all, enjoy. I hope you guys are having a great day like I am. And Patreons, go ahead and check out that other duel. It's really fun, and I hope you guys enjoy the extra content you receive.